Hi everyone, we appreciate you watching with us live from Tukwila City Hall, where the city is hosting an open house to chat and hear from the business community about some proposed increases to the business license fee. And with me is Derek Speck.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in. We
Oh,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
it. And
Well-
we really appreciate the Chamber helping us with the outreach with the businesses.
Well, we're thrilled to be able to help you with the outreach and really appreciate the opportunity. We believe in collaboration and appreciate the opportunity to hear directly from the business community about something that impacts our local businesses.
Absolutely. And of course, we all know nobody enjoys tax increases, and no one's going to really be looking forward to that. And that's why we're having this open house, to be able to have a conversation with the businesses about it, because we know it's important to the businesses. At the same time, we want to be able to keep providing the services like police and fire and roads and all those other things. And so, but we're here to answer questions, so why don't we come on in
Perfect.
and see the open house.
Sounds good. Thank
come
you.
right this way.
Appreciate it.
All right.
So everything is set up, open house style. We are very fortunate to not only have a number of exceptional city staff people here with us, but also many council members here to answer questions from the business community. In this chart, we see where the money comes from. So this is an opportunity that the city provided to show specifically for the annual budget where those revenue sources are. So here we can see this is the sales and use tax, these are property taxes, utility taxes, excise tax, here's the business license fee, and this is the piece of the pie that we are talking about today.
Yes.
And then here we can see where the money goes. So in the city's budget, you can see the majority of that city budget goes to police and fire, other departments, and other services. And we have Peggy here who's answering questions right now from another local business.
General fund, it's so
Perfect. So we're doing a Facebook Live broadcast so that our business members who weren't able to be here in person, because of course so many of our small businesses are running their businesses. It's not just a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job, but it's a 24/7 type of job. And so I was wondering if you could help explain to us a little bit of this chart. I know that we have been on the Sales Tax Mitigation Committee working with a number of other different municipalities to try to encourage the mitigation at the state level, because as this chart says, the city could potentially lose out if the state does not take action this legislative cycle on $1.2 million. And I don't know if you might be able to explain that a little bit more.
So back in 2008, when the sales tax changed as far as who gets the sales tax, it changed from a transaction base to a destination base. So if any purchases are delivered outside of the city of Tukwila, the receiving city gets the sales tax instead of Tukwila. So there was an analysis done by the state, and through that analysis, certain cities were identified as losers under the system, and Tukwila was one of those. And so in order to help mitigate the sales tax loss, the legislature decided to give us what they called sales tax mitigation, which we've been receiving now since 2008. But again, as Andrea mentioned, that is scheduled to go away completely in 2020, and we'll be receiving about 75% of that in 2019. So again, that's a $1.2 million loss. Another thing that the city has experienced is a flattening of sales tax. From 2009 through 2015, we received about an average of 5% annual increase in sales tax, but in 2016 the sales tax came in 2% under, and in 17 it was 1%, a 1% decline. So over those 2 years we've experienced a 3% decline. So we've realized, it just has pointed out to us the volatility of sales tax, and we're looking proactively to to diversify our revenue base and also shore up our revenues in case that volatility returns or in case that the sales tax revenues don't improve.
Perfect. So again, I think that it underlines, two things that are incredibly important that we're focused on at the Chamber. And the first is advocacy at the state level to ensure that action that's taken at the state, there's not the unintended negative consequences that impact our communities, and that we will continue to advocate, very strongly for continued mitigation, at the state legislature this cycle. And then also, as you mentioned, the dynamic nature of sales tax and just how important it really is to shop and buy local. You might not think it matters when you make that purchase outside of your local jurisdiction, but it really truly matters. That money that you spend locally helps support local businesses, and it also helps support your local municipality so that they can afford things on the other charts like police and fire and public works. All of those other wonderful things that we enjoy in Southwest King County, in this beautiful city of Tukwila. That is something that you can help support when you shop and buy local. So thank you so much I appreciate that. All right. So then in this chart, we see a little bit more about what those revenue forecasts have been and how the city is confronting the shortfall. So we've been in conversations with the city since May, and when they first came to us and had these budget concerns, one of the proposals was to actually add a B&O tax in the city of Tukwila. And at the Chamber we said, can we think more creatively, can we think more collaboratively about what those other sources of revenue could be, because adding another B&O tax would be a new tax for the city of Tukwila. The city of Tukwila does not currently have a B&O tax, and it creates a very business-friendly environment because the cost of operations is lower. And it's very important for us in economic development in Southwest King County that we maintain our competitive edge. And so I think that the city staff and council have heard us talking about it is not our preference to add a new tax to the city of Tukwila and a B&O tax, which is why they have proposed, and now we can go to the next chart, an increase to the business license tax. So as you can see in this chart, the city previously charged $70 per employee, and that would be going up to $112 per employee for a $42 increase. These increases would be effective January 1st. That is the first proposal. The second proposal is an increase to the gambling tax. So the gambling tax is now at 10%, and that would go up to 11%. And there are a few scenarios down here that you can see. If you are a small business, you have 3 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. You paid $280 in 2018. In 2019, you would pay $448 or a difference of $168. So that is the proposed increase. And what the city and the chamber are really asking for at this point from our local business community here in the city of Tukwila is to give us your feedback and to give us your input. And so if you aren't able to be here at the open house today, you can send me an email with your comments, questions, or concerns. That's Andrea at SeattleSouthsideChamber.com, or you can send an email to David Speck with the City of Tukwila. We met him and he welcomed us to the beginning of this event, or to the City Council. You can also call us, 206-575-1633. Again, that's 206-575-1633. We appreciate serving the City of Tukwila and all of Southwest King County. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.